welcome to the virtual groom room. My name is Jack, your host, and today I am bringing you another shaving video. I'm not going to be showing you my choice of soap. Basically, the purpose of this video is for me to test out this guy. Now, this is a Black Eagle HT2. This is hand-tied in South Africa by Black Eagle Shaving. I have been trying to get my hands on a brush like this for a long time, over a year easily, and I've heard many good things about it. The brush is hand-tied by the same artisan that turns the handles. Very interesting. As I said, I've heard lots and lots of positive kind of like impressions of these, and I'm very happy to be able to try it. Alongside that, the soap we're going to be using is Ariana and Evan's Ouddiction. Now, let me get into what I think the scent smells like. So, off the bat, I get a lot of soap base from this. So let me read you the notes. I've got them written down here. Bergamot, honey, oud, rose, tobacco absolute, saffron, sandalwood, vanilla, patchouli. Generally, the way scents are composed is you have a top, you have a mid, and you have a base. Looking at those, if it was kind of like constructed like an actual perfume, you get the bergamot on top, you get something like the vanilla, patchouli, tobacco absolute as a base. Generally, the heavier notes are to support the fragrance, giving them longevity. Not so much projection, but longevity in terms of keeping them a skin scent. Rose and saffron often uses either mid notes. I'll be honest with you. So to get a better understanding of what this actually smells like, I put a bit of the splash on my skin. Good scents, complex scents are often wasted in soap. Just being completely honest here. I've often found that regardless of what you get, you don't really get many of the top notes. For example, I have Zion by Alexandria Fragrances, and I also have the matching kind of like cologne or perfume. You don't get a lot of the main big citrusy, big burst top notes from that. You just get the base notes. So it smells more like the scent on the dry down. This, it's definitely more complex than this. You get more of the rose in this. You get the sweetness from the tobacco absolute, and a little bit of the honey. But again, like they're not going to be incredibly complex or anything. But the scent is pleasant. I do like the scent. This is in Kaizen. Everyone knows what Kaizen is by now. The reason I've chosen this is because I can really use this brush and push it to its limits with this soap base. My razor of choice, almost forgot what I was going to say there. This is the Tatara Masamune Nadachi. The blade I'm using in this is a second use Rapira Platinum Lux. I do like those blades. Let me move my camera down slightly. There we go. That's better. Okay, let's get a good load on here. Yeah, I mean, off the bat, I get predominantly soap base from this. Judging by the scent notes, this is a scent that is right up my alley. I tend to prefer the darker, heavier, warmer scents, being completely honest. They tend to be what I prefer. Getting into kind of more niche fragrances more recently, or at least more into fragrances, I've come to notice that that's kind of where this industry is lagging behind. The soap bases are amazing. The fragrances are often, for me anyway, leaving something to be desired, being completely honest with you. But yeah, looking forward to using this one. It's opening up a bit more. The scent though is definitely different from the splash. That's kind of how I would put it. Just get a decent load on here. The good thing about Kaizen is it can handle the water you throw at it. So all I'm doing is I'm loading here and I'm picking up as much kind of like soap on the brush as I can. I want to really give this knot a good test. Look at that Proto Lather. Ridiculously good soap base. Very gloopy, almost glue-like. I think that should do. Yeah, look at that. That's such an interesting texture. Okay. Let's get the specs over there so I don't get them all messy. Just get the face wetted and we'll get to lathering up. So how are you guys doing? I'm making one video a week at the moment and quite honestly, I'm happy staying there for a little bit. I might make more, I might not. I don't quite know at the moment. Yeah, the rose is definitely more prominent in the splash, which, for anyone that knows me, you know I thoroughly enjoy rose if used properly. So this proto lather is damn dry, like Kaizen glue dry. So we're gonna need to really work this. Yeah, I think that's it for proto lather. There's more in there, but I'm just not gonna apply it because, you know, it's not really necessary. I have so much bloody soap in the brush. That is something I'd love to see improve. The problem is, shaving soap is not a good medium for complex scents because most of the notes are suppressed in shaving soap, and most soap bases they smell of something. So it will always dilute the scents a little bit, and you can't do much about that. You can only work with what you have. Okay. It's gonna need a lot of water, but that's okay. You guys are used to hour-long lathers from me. Very interesting. It's a nice knot, I can tell you that much. It's building water. Very little scrub, almost none, to be honest. Yeah, pretty much none. Kaizen is just absurd. It really is. I would personally love an unscented Kaizen, just the soap base with no scent. I tend to take those traveling, as I'm often using some sort of perfume or cologne when I'm traveling, so I don't want something that interferes with the scent. But this is just a ridiculous soap base. This is a very good knot as well. A little bit more backbone than the Varlet. Reminds me a bit of the B6 actually, which is another knot I love. If you guys have been watching my channel for any period of time, that I absolutely love the B6 by Decoration. No, we're really gonna put this knot to the test. I'm nowhere near done yet. So go grab a drink or something because I've got some lathering to do. Wow. So I felt I got that with not much effort, which is a testament to both the soap base and the brush, quite frankly. Oh, another thing, for the people that don't like me swearing, either deal with it and stay, or if you don't like it, just fuck off. Like, you don't need to complain about it. Like, I'm going to swear. Like, I'm not going to tone it down for someone. That's just kind of what I do. So, you know, it is what it is. You're not forced to watch my videos. In fact, if you're going to leave comments about swearing, don't watch the videos, because that annoys me even more. And I'm not going to, you know, stop swearing, so... Man. This is a very good note. My first impressions of it is I prefer the Varlet. I don't think this is as impressive to me in terms of just general face feel, but it's definitely up there. Ties in is just absurd. Honestly, it is. Every time I use it, it's just put a big bit of water into it there, and it's just taking it like a champ. A bit more. I think we're good. Wow, okay. So dry up a bit. Put the soap out of my way over there. Same as the lid. Take this off. Okay, let's actually get to shaving. What time are we at? That's not bad. Okay. Tatara Masamune with a second use Rapira Platinum Lux. This razor's super comfortable. This is one of the razors I would recommend to beginners. It's just like glue, look. Very nice. Although I'm not getting all the notes in the soap, it is a nice scent. And quite frankly, you're never going to get all the notes listed because, like I said, soap just isn't the best medium to do that in. I have a Wolfman on the way. Should be here kind of like early to mid-September. Looking forward to trying that. If I don't like it, you guys will know about it, trust me. If I don't like it, I'll probably just sell it, to be honest. You have to wait so long for them that someone will buy it, so. Because the waiting for them is what I think puts a lot of people off. I mean, I'm not particularly bothered about it, but hey, I get it because it can be annoying. But yeah, they're not as very nice. It feels like the B6. To be honest, it feels like a hybrid of the B6 and the Varlet. The B6 has a small bit of scrub. The Varlet has no scrub. This has less scrub than the B6, but more than the Varlet. The backbone is more similar to the B6 than it is the Varlet. The reason I say the B6 is because I think the B6 is the best decoration brush. Or not, rather. Let's go cross grain here. I fucking hate this handle. If you like the handle, then fair enough. I just don't think it's very good. Ooh. The scent on my hand has changed a little bit from the splash. So, interesting how oud is collected. So there's a certain tree in the Middle East. They basically put an certain insects into this tree, and it becomes infected. I believe it's the agarwood tree. It becomes infected, and then the tree lets off like this liquid or this sap, and the sap is oud. Oud wood is the wood from the tree after it's become infected. It's very interesting to me. This razor is comfortable, but for me it's still not as comfortable as the Christopher Bradley razor. And I'm not sure why either, but it just isn't to me. Just do a bit of cleanup and I think we're good. Really nice lather. So that's how I would describe it. In terms of scrub, there's a little bit, really not much. Backbone, there's more than the Varlet, if that's what you prefer. For me, the Varlet has like optimum backbone. There's just enough for me to get a good splay. It seems like a very good painting brush. Yeah, this razor is just not as comfortable for me as the carve. Interesting. Great razor though. Definitely does the trick. Okay, let's get all the soap out of the brush here. We're gonna get a lot of really well hydrated soap, I imagine. Yeah, look at that. Really nice. Okay. I'm not gonna cut on all that bollocks. I'm just gonna stay here. Oh, update on the trash situation. They took my boxes. So I was watching, as I said I would. I was watching, and they were picking them up, and I stuck my head out of the window, and I just looked at the guy, and I think he's pretty pissed off that we didn't take them last time. So they took them, thankfully. Let me rinse the face. They took them, and I think that guy knows now not to be a jerk to me, because I'm serious. If he didn't take them, I'd have gone out there. Clean up a couple of areas here. Yeah, so that's my verdict really on the Black Eagle right now. I need to get into more shaves with it. There is gonna be a bit of a breaking period, I think. I've washed the knot out already, so I have technically lathered it, but not face lathered it, if that makes sense. It has a good amount of backbone, a little more than the Varlet. It has a little more scrub than the Varlet. My initial impressions are I still prefer the custom knot, the XD knot from Varlet. But this reminds me of a B6 with a little less scrub, which is probably closer to my preference, but I'd need to get more shaves in with it to understand that, like really what I want from this. But I'm gonna see what happens once it breaks in and kind of see what the brush is like once it breaks in, because it might be a almost completely different experience. Missed that. Okay, let's use this matching splash here. Ariana and Evans Ouddiction. So it's Alexandria Fragrances also has a perfume called Ouddiction, and it's a clone or inspired by Initio's Oud for Greatness, of which I just picked up. That shit is 350 bucks for 90 mil. The rose is definitely more prominent in this. It's weird, I almost get a little bit of banana from this, which is quite strange. For me, there's no oudi scent here. The scent of oud is either very woody and fresh or skanky and animalic from my experience. And I don't get any of these. I don't know what oud Peter uses. I mean, it's not a natural oud because that stuff is incredibly expensive. He probably uses like an oud accord or something like that. But yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed the video today. Let me show you what I used. Star of the show for me was the Black Eagle. Very happy I acquired this, as I said. You know, it's been a long time and it did live up to the hype for me. It's a very good knot. I really do enjoy the knot. My initial impressions are before break-in is I prefer the Varlet slightly. I was more impressed by the Varlet on my first shave, but that doesn't take anything away from this. This is very good. My soap was Ouddiction by Ariana and Evans. A scent how I would describe is sweet, somewhat warm, not that dark. Like I don't get much darkness from this. The rose is definitely more prominent within the splash. Razor of choice was the Tatara Masamune. I do like this razor, but there's just something about the face fill that kind of puts me off. For me, it's not as comfortable as the Carve. I don't even think it's as comfortable as the Carbon for me personally. And there's something I've noticed more recently. And my matching splash was Ouddiction by Amy. Yes, I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. If you're new around here and haven't yet subscribed, please consider doing so. I have so many videos I've made. If you want more content from me, check those out. There's so many of them. If you liked the video, give it a big thumb up. If you disliked it, give it a thumb down and tell me why. I'm sure we can chat about it. Apart from that, my name is Jack, your host from the Virtual Groom Room. Wherever you are in the world, have a wonderful day and goodbye for now.